back at you with another video here for the Showdown slate for the NBA Finals, Game 2 between Golden State and Toronto. Real quick, let's see how we did for Game 1. So, after Boogie got announced playing, a lot of the value guys for Golden State, they were a lot tougher to play. I really thought Boogie would play like 15 to 20 minutes, but they came out and only gave him 2 4-minute stints. So that was a little surprising. Originally, I wanted to get Kawhi, Steph, and Draymond, but once Boogie got announced playing again, I really thought he'd play more minutes. Therefore, downgrade Draymond a little bit. So I want a little more of a balanced attack. Jordan Bell picked up a start, so he was really one of the only value guys I was considering. Marcus Gasol still played some decent minutes, even in the small ball lineup against Golden State. So Toronto's shown they kind of do want to play Marcus Gasol big minutes no matter what. Ibaka didn't get the minutes I expected, was okay though. Lowry, also okay, not the best, but it was a losing night overall. I made a couple other lineups, risked it with Boogie just because I knew he was going to be really low owned after he got announced not starting. Didn't work out, but that was a risk I was willing to take there. So let's see if we can bounce back here. We got another $25 entry, $250K to first contest. So let's break this down. So a couple takeaways from Game 1 here. Again, DeMarcus Cousins got announced playing, only played 8 minutes. Really thought he'd play more. Going to wait for news to see if those minutes are going to go up or not. But right now, I mean, you just can't play him at if he's going to play 8 minutes. A couple other takeaways here. Siakam, he was really up and down in the playoffs. He had the huge game. He was just too inconsistent for me to play him at 9K. But again, he did have that big game. So, he played really well there in 40 minutes. And then Marcus Gasol, again, I was a little worried about the minutes, but Toronto's shown they do want to play him minutes no matter what. But this happened in Game 1 here against Milwaukee. Marcus Gasol, I think, played 40 minutes and came out in Game 2 and only played like 19. So I don't think those minutes are necessarily secure. But yeah, if he's going to play 30 minutes again, you have to consider him. Danny Green, another big takeaway here. His minutes are going way down. They're giving him to Powell. They're giving him to Van Fleet. And in Game 1, they decided to give Danny Green those minutes back. So if Danny Green's going to play 30 minutes again, he's a value guy we got to at least consider. Norman Powell's minutes basically just went away. He was playing like 20, 30 minutes a game, and they just went down to 5. So if that's going to continue, obviously we can't play Norman Powell again. Ibaka played 17. I really thought he'd play a little more. But again, in Game 1, Ibaka didn't play that much against Milwaukee. And in Game 2, he had that big game. So, again, the Gasol Ibaka minutes I don't think are necessarily secure. Van Fleet, he was the one guy off the bench that played big minutes, played 33 minutes. So, that's good to note. And McCaw even got in the rotation there at 7 minutes, but I don't think we can consider him. So, those are a couple takeaways from Game 1. Let's break it down here. So, we got Kawhi here at 11-8. Didn't have the biggest game here in Game 1. Again, it was more the Siakam show. He just wasn't missing. What'd Siakam shoot? 14 of 17 Siakam shot. So I don't think we can expect that again. So I definitely think Kawhi is a star you want to consider here. Same thing with Steph at 11-6. This guy's just going to play 40 minutes a night. He's going to be the number 1 in the offense there with no KD. So again, also big news. Still no KD. They don't know if he's going to be back for Game 3 yet, but he's still out for Game 2. Draymond. So if Boogie's going to continue to play very, very little minutes, then I still like Draymond. He shot 2 of 9 and still put up a triple-double with 41 fantasy points. So also do like Draymond. Now Siakam's a little tough here. I know he had the really big game, shot the ball really well. The price is up there, though, and if he's going to be popular, I think I'm going to be off him just because, again, the inconsistencies with him, 32, 29, 14, 49, 20, 43, 26, 55. He's been up and down. The price is up there on him. If I hear he's going to be, high owned, then I'll probably be off him just because, again, you got Draymond and Siakam here at closely priced. I'm just going to lead towards Draymond. I know Siakam outperformed him in Game 1, but I just feel safer going with Draymond there over Siakam. But yeah, I don't have an issue with Siakam. Again, he's been really inconsistent. KLAY Thompson, just been cruising. He probably will have one big game here in the finals, but It's always tough to predict which game he's going to go off. At 8.4K, I think he's okay here. Then Kyle Lowry at 7.6 didn't do a whole lot on the offensive end, but he was good defensively. Played 36 minutes, got you 29 fantasy points. Obviously, you want a little more from him. I still think he is certainly playable here at 7.6. Then Gasol at 7K. If he's going to play close to 30 minutes, you have to consider him here. Again, though, where is Milwaukee? So in Game 1 in Milwaukee, he played 40 minutes. Game 2, he played 19. Game 3, he played 45. So the minutes been up and down with him, but at 7K, I think he is also firmly in play. A LOONEY at 6.2, that's just crazy pricing. I know he still played 28 minutes even with Boogie back, but a 6.2K, that's just way too much for Looney, so I can't do that. And then DeMarcus Cousins at 5.4, only played 8 minutes. If I hear news that those minutes are going to get extended and we get like a set amount, like 15 to 20, then yeah, I love Boogie here at 5.4, but I don't think I can do it if he's only going to play 8 minutes. So that's news we're going to have to wait for. Danny Green at 5K. The minutes were going down on him, 34, 25, 16, 14. Then Game 1 played 30 minutes. This guy's not going to do much besides score the ball, so he definitely kind of hurts you. 5K, that is a little much too for Danny Green, so I would like it if he was a little cheaper. Let's see. One guy I passed over here is Van Fleet at 5.8. The minutes are going to be there. He's probably going to play mid-30s minutes again. I think he'll probably get you anywhere from 15 to 30 fantasy points. So I think Van Fleet's also another mid-tier guy that's definitely in play. Iguodala at 4.6. He was too pricey there at 6.6, but at 4.6, this makes him firmly in play. He did kind of injure his calf again there at the end of Game 1. They did already confirm, though, that he will play in Game 2. So at 4.6K, Iguodala's probably going to play right around 30 minutes. Not going to get you a huge fantasy point outing, but at 4.6K, doesn't have to do a whole lot. So I think Iguodala is pretty solid there. Ibaka at 4.2. Really thought the minutes would be in the 20 to 25 minute range, but only played 17 minutes. I think you definitely can consider him again just because the center minutes for Toronto have kind of been up and down. Again, Game 1, Game 2 for Milwaukee. Gasol 40. Game 1, Game 2 played 19. So I think Ibaka definitely in play still. Livingston at 3.2 did have a pretty solid game. In 18 minutes, put up 6 points, 4 boards, 1 block, 1 steal, 1 assist. Don't think we can expect that again. I guess if you really need a value play, I don't think he's the worst, just because the minutes have kind of been there for him. 15, 17, 22, 18. 3.2K, yeah, I think he's okay, I guess. Norman Powell, I just can't play him because he's going to only play 5 minutes. So, the ownership's going to go way down on him. Maybe the minutes bounce back, but from Game 1, I don't see it. McKinney can't do it if Iguodala's going to play. Jordan Bell picked up the start, played 12 minutes. If he's going to start again and play close to 12 minutes, then I think he's certainly in play here as a value play. He's a guy that's going to produce when he's out there. So also Jordan Bell, if you need a really cheap guy, I think he's in play. Quinn Cook, I just don't, the minutes aren't there for him. Did knock down a couple threes, but I don't think we have to go there. Jerebko also played only 8 minutes. I would need them to play closer to like 12 to 15 for me to consider him there at 1.6. Then we got OJ Anunoby. Listed as probable, so we don't know what the minutes are going to be like for him, if they're going to ease him back, but if I had to guess, I'd say probably 10 to 20 minutes. At 1.4, really doesn't need a whole lot to get you there, so I'm going to wait for news more to see if we can get, what can we expect from minutes for Anunoby, but I'd guess 10 to 20 minutes, but you never know. If he does play those minutes, obviously it's going to be a downgrade to some of those other Toronto wings. And then below that, really don't think we have to go anywhere here. So yeah, roster construction here. Let's see if we can get these top 3 guys and see how much salary we have remaining with Kawhi, Steph, and Draymond. Again, 3.4K, probably be tough. You got a guy like Jordan Bell, Ibaka, Iguodala. You might be able to make that lineup, but it's probably going to be you know, 2 of those 3 guys for me, and then maybe like a mid-tier guy or 2, and then a couple value guys. That's probably going to be the way I go here on this slate. So I think that's it for today's video, guys. If you have been enjoying the content, please like this video, subscribe. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comment section down below. It's also important to follow me on Twitter. That will be in the description below. I'll give my thoughts as we get more news. You know, with DeMarcus Cousins potential minutes, with OJ Anunoby potential minutes. So definitely important to follow me there. And yeah, I'll be back for Game 3. So I'll see you guys then.